The ADHD-friendly Notion systems I'm about to show you will give you clarity on everything you need to accomplish for 2025. I'm going to show you how to set up your Notion systems for your goals, your habits, and your actions, so you won't feel guilty in February for dropping your New Year's resolutions. Also, excuse the lighting, I'm filming in a random Japanese hotel right now. It's really nice. I'm sitting on the floor on a mat, but gotta do what you gotta do when I'm traveling. First, I would suggest making a page for your values if you know what they are. I have my students, part of my life tracking course, take this personal values assessment, and they have a lot of fun with this quiz, and basically it helps them decide on what values they want to live by, and that informs their goals, which is this next page we're gonna work on. And this really just gives you a lot of clarity on your next steps, your life purpose, and helps you prevent burnout. So usually after taking this quiz, my students decide on their life North Star metric. For example, mine is number of people positively impacted, and you kind of just set your goals and live your life according to that metric, which aligns with your values. So for the goals, I have my goals divided into these categories usually, but I try to focus on one category or one goal for every season of my life, which could last anywhere from a few days to weeks to months. So here's an example of what I do. I just write down everything on my mind, and then I try to turn it into a repeatable system. And then I make a to-do list of things that I need to do right away, because otherwise I'm gonna procrastinate taking action on these goals. And then there's also a section in this template, which is part of my course, for a reflection to just track how you're going towards your goals. Another page I would include under your new Notion system, under goals, is this ideal lifestyle mood board. I just dumped a bunch of pictures that symbolize the kind of life I wanted to lead in all these different areas of my life, from my career to relationships and just general vibes. And making this mood board inspired me a lot. You can also make it into a desktop background or even a phone background, so you look at it every day. And there's even cute little quote reminders and goal focus reminders, because you really should only focus on one goal for a specific time period. Otherwise, I feel like you just lose focus, get overwhelmed, and don't accomplish anything. But yeah, there's this cute desktop background, there's a cute phone background that you can look at every day. And when you just make these, I feel like you get so inspired to start taking action towards your goals. As a side note, all of these templates are provided in my life tracking course, and we basically just go over this content for 30 days. I help you set your goals, and you create systems to help you achieve those goals. That's only if you want access to all these templates. You can obviously build this out yourself if you want, but let me go through the rest of these pages that you can make in your Notion. So on the next page, under the goals section, can be your wins. So this is just all the positive feedback or compliments, or even things that you're proud of yourself for getting done. And it's all in a Notion doc that you can refer to when you need that extra motivation boost after you've had a bad day, or if you need to be hyped up in preparation for some big meeting or something. And actually, one of the students in my course, she put not blowing up on someone for being super rude to her as part of her wins. So it can be something as mundane and small as that. Because actually, she wrote in that community post that week she felt so confident because she listed out all these wins, and it felt like she had so much energy to get a lot of things done, including working towards her goals. So that's the goals section, and those are all the pages that you can expect to make. First is a page for your personal values and lifestyle metric, then a page for your goal, and another page for your ideal lifestyle mood board, and lastly a page for your wins. Now the next section you want to make is for your habits, whether you want to break bad habits or if you want to set good habits. So the pages I have under this section is number 1, the consistency calendar. This is an example of a template that I made for my course, but basically this is just you adding the habits that you want to work on and then checking it off every day, and then by the end of the month the entire calendar is filled out with check marks, and it looks so satisfying. The next one I have is this default no list, because I find that I get very excited about stuff and then I overwhelm myself by saying yes to everything. So I created this list where I say no to everything by default unless it meets my list of requirements. It doesn't have to meet every single requirement, but just being more mindful of having this list and knowing what I'm saying yes or no to helps me a lot, so that I don't get overwhelmed or burnt out. The next thing you want to do is have a page for things that you want to do instead of your phone. So I have this divided into things that require a screen and things that require no screens. And this is just a list of some hobbies and things that I want to spend more time on. But somebody in my course community actually suggested turning this into a mood board with pictures. So instead of having to pull out their Notion doc or something, they just reference the picture and it's really quick and easy. And that way they don't really get distracted by a phone screen or like a laptop screen on Notion. The next thing that you should put in this habits section is a space for reflecting on your progress. Here are examples of my weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly reflections. So I've set this up so that when you click on the button, it creates a new reflection and you can see it divided into boards here, and also you can see it on a calendar view. So for weekly reflections, I have a list of questions about what gave me energy, what drained energy, things like that, and also gratitude and things that I should do to move towards my goals. Then the monthly reflection is pretty much the same. I just look at all my weekly reflections and use it to fill out my monthly. And for my quarterly, the questions are very similar, but I take a look at whether my habits are still aligned with my goals. And I take that moment to kind of reprioritize what the one most important thing is for me. Lastly, my yearly reflection is just, looking at all my previous reflections, like weekly, monthly, quarterly, and just reflecting on my whole year. Usually by the end of the year, I'm like, what did I even do this year? But after I do all these reflections, I'm like, oh wow, I actually did a lot. Especially when I make a mood board every month and I look at all the previous mood board and I make like a yearly mood board. All the pictures, I'm like, wow, I actually did so much. I forgot all of this even happened. Okay, so that's habits. The consistency calendar, the default no list, your anti-phone hobby list, and your reflections. Now, one thing I didn't include in here is my 24/7 time tracking. So if you want to dive deeper into that, a lot of students in my course said it's been very helpful in getting them to be more productive, spend less time on their phone, things like that. That's in my other video here. It's like 45 minutes long, but it goes through the entire tutorial and how to track your time and analyze it. Although it's a bit outdated, I think the time tracking platform I use kind of changed their features, but my course teaches you how to do the same thing and it's very up to date. I update it every cohort. Anyway, the next section is actions. So what I do here is I have a to-do list, and usually I can't think further than like today and tomorrow, so I've divided this into today, tomorrow, and later. I'll just put all my tasks here and plan it out the night before, and then the morning of, I usually just look at all the things I have to get done today and start checking them off, and it's so easy. I pretty much did all the planning work the night before. I feel like I don't have any more barriers preventing me from getting started. The other thing under this action section is this project prioritization scoring matrix. It's like ICE scoring. If you're a product or project manager, you probably know what that is, but basically I score it based on the 3 metrics that matter to me, which was earning potential, how much money I'll get from it, how much I like it, and how much time freedom it'll give me. Like, can I do it anywhere and anytime I want, or do I have to go to meetings at a specific time? I score it out of 10, where 10 is the best case and 1 is the worst case. So if something gives me a lot of time freedom, I score it like closer to 10. If I like something a lot, I score it closer to 10. And if it will make me a lot of money, I score it closer to 10. So I list out all of my projects and start scoring them based on these metrics that I care about, and the thing that I should prioritize obviously gets put the highest. So that's what I do next. And having that one thing to focus on really helped me a lot with prioritization, because I feel like I just get overwhelmed with too many things to do and I get distracted and nothing gets done. So this prioritization matrix helped me a lot. That's the action section. 2 Notion pages you want to have for this is the today, tomorrow, later task list and the project prioritization matrix. Again, these templates are all in my course for free. Like, I have all of these templates here for the 4 weeks of the course. The whole course is like 30 days. Anyway, so in summary, first thing you want to do is write down your values and then write down your one goal for this season. So like it could be, health or like growth, career, etc. And the season can be however long you want it to be, whether it's months or just a few weeks. And then you want to figure out how to turn that goal into a habit. I have a whole cheat sheet on how to make it easier to stay consistent with your habits and with your goals, but that's included in my course, which I will link in the description below. Anyway, since I want you to take action immediately after watching this video and not just like save to watch later and to do later, let's go through some examples, and feel free to just take my examples if you feel like it resonates with you. So for values, I would write something like, I value growth, I value health and kindness. And then for my goal this season, which I think will last a few months, let's say I want to focus on physical health. So that's like going to the gym, eating healthier, turning that into a habit. I would really suggest putting it like the easiest habit you can think of, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want to gym like every single day, but then that's too intimidating, and then you don't get started, and then you just feel demotivated and you feel guilty and bad, and like nothing happens and you never get started. So what I would put instead is move your body for at least 1 minute a day. This could be stretching, going for a walk, or just going to the gym if you want to. But since it's so easy to hit that target, and then you start seeing the check marks in your calendar, you feel more motivated, and then you can take it to the next level and start saying like go to the gym 3 times a week or more as you build upon that habit. Now that was a lot. If you liked what you saw here, I think you'll really like the course. It's very ADHD friendly from what my students tell me. There's like a day-by-day breakdown of all of the content I share here. And there's also community support. A lot of people said that they love the community because it helps them feel less alone. And one person who's like super active in the community, he was like, I originally wasn't gonna post, but I paid for this. So I'm like, I need to get my money's worth. And now the community was his favorite part. I don't know, it's so wholesome. You kind of have to be in it to know. And a lot of people have messaged me saying that they look forward to doing the course every day. It's only 30 days too, so it's like 15 minutes a day or so it doesn't take up that much time, and it's just fun because every time you check off something you get a little, there's badges and there's like a little reward sound, and it like makes people happy, I guess. But yeah, you can find the course link in the description below, but the content I shared today is basically the same thing except without the templates and without the structure of the day-by-day 30-day course challenge and the community. But that's enough talking about my course. Hopefully you found some value in my content and you got more motivated to start 2025 right. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you want me to cover in more detail, and I'll see you next week for my next video.